Welcome back to Focus on Crestview. I'm Derek Lott, President of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce and City President of CCB Community Bank. When we left, we were with this month's sponsors, North Okaloosa Medical Center, CEO David Fuller, and the Director of the Cath Lab, Leanne Holcomb. We talked a lot about the hospital and what's going on and all the exciting things you have and some of the new technology. And Leanne is the Director of the Cath Lab, which is kind of y'all's newest project. And I was hoping you could tell me a little bit about it from a broad view, and Leanne could tell us about some of the technical aspects.
Absolutely. Actually, our hospital's been in the diagnostic cath business for quite some time, and it's only really been in the last probably year to 18 months that we've ventured into a little bit more sophistication that I'll allow Leanne to talk in detail about. But what we've in effect done is replaced some of our technology with the latest that's available to us, and we're really excited. We're taking a big jump. It's kind of like getting a new car, and we're getting comfortable with the power steering and the power brakes and the power windows, but we really are convinced that it's what we needed to bring our program to that next level. Otherwise, you can't do what you've always done, or you'll always get what you always got, right? And so we saw this as an opportunity to expand our program, particularly with the PCIs that we're now doing. And I'll let Leanne tell you a little bit more details about that. And you're the director.
That is correct.
And tell me, just in general, for some of the people out there and for my education, what's a cath lab? What do you do there?
It's a cardiovascular lab, actually, and anything to do with the blood vessels, the arteries and the vessels, the veins in the body. They develop blockages, so we can do angioplasty, what a lot of people think of as ballooning, or placing a stent in arteries to open them back up and to restore the blood flow.
So a lot of what you do obviously has to do with heart attacks, or helping figure out what's going on with a heart attack, or keeping that from happening. And
that is correct.
And there's a lot of technology involved in this, I understand.
There is a lot of technology. I'm so proud to be a part of the new program that we started December the 21st of 2010. Dr. Katzenstein put the first coronary stent in at North Okaloosa Medical Center, and it was quite a milestone for us. Very proud of that. We have since then put multiples in. But we did do a renovation recently on one of our labs to upgrade our equipment, and that reopened it last Tuesday, actually.
And I understand some of the equipment in there that you were mentioning earlier. There's huge high-definition screen equipment that you use to view this.
Yes, it is a 56-inch high-definition monitor that's in the room next to the table where the images are viewed as the procedure is in progress. One of the things that we're really proud of is that we're the only one on the Gulf Coast and in our service area that has this particular monitor. You can use that also as a reference, so you can put a previous cath study or an ultrasound or something else that the patient has had up on the screen as you work, so you can visualize what they had, what they have now, and how you want to intervene on that.
So you have the ability as the surgeon technicians there to see in high definition on a giant screen really what's going on as you're doing it in the microscopic world.
It really helps with the visibility as well, because when you're placing a stent in a small vessel like in the coronaries, you want to be able to get the best views possible, so it's a fantastic piece of equipment.
Well, it's very intriguing. I understand you guys have brought a video of a heart attack in progress that we can look at, and you're going to tell us a little bit about how you did that and
sure, Derek.
What you have. Well, I see we've got the video here. Tell me what was going on and what happened here, so the viewers can understand.
Sure. This particular patient was having what we call a STEMI, or ST elevation myocardial infarction. In other words, they're having an active heart attack right now. You can see at the very first where the blockage was. Go in there with the catheter, put in a stent, advance the stent down, open it up, and restore blood flow. Time is muscle, so the quicker you can get that blood flowing back to the heart, the better your results are going to be.
And what's so amazing about that, and what you've just explained, is with that new equipment you have, this is somebody's heart. This is little stuff. This is a really advanced equipment to be able to work on such a small scale on a person.
Yes, we're very blessed to get the equipment. Thank you, Mr. Fuller.
No, don't thank me.
Well, thank y'all for allowing our community to have such high-tech equipment. I know y'all are very proud, and you got some very skilled and wonderful people that can do some things that sounds like science fiction. So we're lucky to have that in our backyard.
You know, Derek, you bring up a good point. I don't think folks realize, it wasn't too many years ago, I can remember back when I was growing up, routinely people in your family or in your community would have open heart surgery. And open heart surgery is still something that's done readily. But nowadays, with the type of equipment and technology and training and personnel that Leanne's got in her department, vessels that previously would have been operated on to get open, you can come in the hospital today, be experiencing a heart attack, her and her team, and along with the physicians that we have, open those vessels, and it's amazing to me to think people going home the next day, with obviously restrictions and all those kind of things, but literally going home feeling 100% better than they did the day before, and truly a life-saving technique.
And that happens in Crestview, Florida.
Absolutely.
Yes, it does.
Well, that's amazing. Well, I'll tell you what, there's so much going on at the hospital, and there's so much going on in the world of healthcare. Can you just give the viewers out there your opinion of, as the CEO of our hospital and be involved in the medical community, what do you think in the next maybe year, 5 years you see happening for our hospital and in general with healthcare?
Derek, I'm probably, you ask for an opinion about where healthcare is going, and in the United States right now with all the reform stuff going on, you'll get one opinion. There's probably millions of opinions out there, but bringing it home to us, I think when we think of reform and things going on as far as healthcare, we're taking on more, we as individuals have to take on more responsibility. We have to be more engaged, more a part of our healthcare. It's not just simply a fact of going to your doctor and loading the responsibility for your healthcare off on them. That's your job, whether it be diet, exercise, just knowing. And that's a real role of a community hospital like North Okaloosa, is to be a part of that educational component. We want to try to be that first place when somebody comes to get those questions answered, or to be able to respond to whatever their medical issues might be. But we want to be an educational component. We're going to continue to work every day to expand the service capabilities so that folks don't have to travel long distances. It's been proven over and over again that folks get better faster when they're closer to home and they got their family support network with them. So we're going to continue to focus on that. But when you really get down to it, education, making sure our community knows and understands, and bringing as much of that technology to them as quickly as we can, as quick as it becomes reasonable for a hospital like ours to provide.
And you guys obviously have always been right in the front of that in the Crestview and North Okaloosa area, with working with the Chamber, with the Health Fair, and some other projects that y'all sponsor. I know prevention has become one of the buzzwords in the medical world, and also, of course, technology with Leanne and her department and what you guys have to offer. Well, I just wanted to tell you, thank you so much for being a sponsor of the Chamber Breakfast and for being such a strong community leader. And, of course, all the wonderful things and miracles that y'all work in the community. We don't get to do that at a bank, but...
well, you work miracles in your own right.
Yeah, but we don't usually save lives. And that's a special thing that we're glad that we have that hospital in our backyard, and that hospital and the people there that are that involved in the community. So thank you so much for what you do, and I know there's so much more new and exciting things that's going to happen at our hospital. So under your leadership and your staff, we've got a lot to look forward to in North Okaloosa.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be here, Derek.
Well, thank you guys a lot, and look forward to seeing you in the future, hopefully not as a patient.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for watching Focus on Crestview. When we get back, we're going to have Karen Hardell, your president-elect. She's going to tell us about a few things going on in the Chamber, and some of our new members and some of the ways that you can be involved in the Chamber. So we'll see you in just one moment.